hold on before you do
I
it.
live here.
Can you guys listen for a sec? Yeah. Before she does it, I want you to really look and think about, well, what else is happening here? What else is this natural sort of thing doing? We talked about filtration. We talked about it helping with the groundwater. Think about what else you observe that happens. Okay, well, hold on. Kate, go for it.
Go.
You can go a little faster. Just keep going like pretty steady so that it, you know, we're at a little bit of an angle here. So
I'm gonna get flooded if I'm at the market. Well, I'm not gonna die if my house gets flooded while I'm at the market. What do you mean at the market? There your house goes.
okay, so what do you guys think?
Didn't float. That's Amy's house. My house didn't float.
My house is big.
Do you guys see how it's slow? Do you notice how it's slow?
Yeah.
So that it actually decreases the velocity of the runoff. So that's a really important thing to think about, because if you live downstream hold on one second. If you live downstream from a flooded area, say in 1997, this area flooded tremendously. I mean, we were underwater right here, like totally underwater. It flooded, it was a lake. This whole area was a lake. We get some pretty big floods, and they come about every 20 years. We're due. We're due for a big flood. Okay, so the 1997, this place was underwater. The Carson Valley, the entire Carson Valley was a huge lake. That is our flood storage. It's a pretty amazing thing. So you know the Carson Valley, which is just up over that next hill?
Yeah.
That's where the river runs through there too, and it was just absolutely inundated. So it's really important to think about having those natural areas, because if you live downstream from the Carson Valley during that time, you want to make sure that you're not hurting your neighbor. So the minute you start putting in lots of structures and you put in things that make the river straight, and you do all that stuff to make it flow faster, it gets it out of your way. But what happens to the people downstream?
It's gonna flood.
It's not so good for the neighbors, is it?
It's gonna go and destroy it.
And the risk of that, the risk associated with that is really huge. You can have a lot of more damage, and it actually rips the vegetation out. It can rip the edges of the river out. And it can rip houses and trees and debris go. So that happens. So slowing it down and having it go out into the floodplain actually helps with the flooding as well.